Renovo friends. This is Kelly Calabrese, and today I'm here with Lee Devaney out in Arizona. Lee, thanks so much for being with us.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for the opportunity to do it. We're very excited about Renovo in this household.
Well, we're excited to hear what you have to tell us. How did you first hear about Renovo?
Originally, when it was, I think, kind of in the testing phase, I ended up just through a long series of events talking to Christian Beaudry, the developer of the product, and told him some issues that we were having with some of our horses. And we ended up setting a meeting with our vet, Dr. Coffman. And between the three of us, we kind of just started trying different things out on our different horses with different issues. And without exception, all of them had amazing results. I don't know what else to say about that, but wow. It was very surprising.
Well, that is fantastic. I know you have two girls that barrel race, and we know sometimes these horses get injured. So one of the horses was Tex. Can you tell us about what you saw with Renovo with Tex?
Absolutely. So Tex had been injured, just kind of a torn muscle is the way this thing starts. I guess they call it a fibrotic myopathy. And it starts out with a small muscle tear. And then as he exercises in the future and things, this tear starts redeveloping scar tissue on top of scar tissue. So it ends up being a mass, just a hard mass that continuously grows over a period of time. Every time he runs or exercises, it microscopically tears and builds upon itself. So, and this is our vet explained to us that these things, they continue to grow. The treatment for them historically has been to cut out these masses, and they're so hard and dense that it takes just a number of scalpel blades to get these things out. And then of course you're back in there again because you've created, a scar again. So you're back in there again a few years later doing the same thing over and over and over. Not to mention the trauma the horse has to go through being sedated and surgical and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we did decide to try Renovo on Tex's fibrotic myopathy, and his was just right between his cheeks there, kind of right down in the rear end. And it was about the size of a little bit smaller than a Nerf football. So we ended up implanting the Renovo all the way around the area. And within about 3 days, I walked out there and I was kind of just checking things out, and I was calling Christian and letting him know what was going on. And I told him, I go, "What have you done to my horse? This hard, literally hard mass. It almost felt like a rock in there. This hard mass had turned into this like jelly, kind of almost like a blister feeling thing." And within about 4 months, we ended up doing an ultrasound on it, and it had completely remodeled, all brand new, or I don't know if it's brand new or how it works, but it was all brand new muscle tissue. All the fibers were lined up. It wasn't just this conglomerated, mass of scar tissue. All the fibers were completely in line. It just looked like a perfect muscle. There was all new blood vessel in there. The only way that you could tell where the original issue was because there was all brand new vascular genesis that had taken place in the issue and in the issue area. And I was just absolutely blown away. And I think there was another vet in there as well. And I think they were all just completely blown away. And our vet actually said, and I'm quoting him, that I think we have found a treatment for a permanent treatment for a chronic issue. Whoops.
So for horse owners, that means a lot to find a
absolutely, and for Tex to not have to go through a surgery or the anesthesia or anything like that. We were absolutely blown away.
Wow. Well, we love the smile on your face. That says a lot.
Absolutely.
Good. And then
Tex is our we call him our bubble wrap horse. he's more of a member of the family than I think I am sometimes.
Yeah, that happens. We know that when we love our equine.
He's definitely got higher priority.
So a second horse you used Renovo on was Jet. Tell us what happened with the hoof there.
Well, actually, Jetta's Tex's sister, and we ended up we bought her because we just loved Tex so much, and we knew that she had some foundering issues and that she had a problem with her hoof, and we thought, well, we'll take a chance on her, see if through corrective shoeing or feeding different things or something like that, if we could kind of work her out of this issue. And as it turned out, we really struggled with having her grow a hoof on, I believe it was her left front. And so same thing, took her to Dr. Coffman with Christian there, and they ended up implanting the Renovo right above her coronary band there. And within about a month, she grew a half an inch of hoof. I mean, it was astounding, absolutely astounding. We actually have pictures that Dr. Coffman had taken a Dremel tool and kind of put a line across the top of her hoof wall, just to kind of as a baseline of to be able to track it. And when I got her home, I took some orange paint and kind of filled in the dots so it'd show up a little bit better on pictures. So I took a picture on November. Let's see here. I have it on my phone. I also have pictures of Texas deal here. Yeah. So I took pictures November 11th, and the result pictures were, I'm so sorry, here we go, December 10th. And so within a month, she grew a half an inch of hoof wall.
That is significant. Well, we would love to include the pictures. So if you're listening now, you should look down below to see some of these testimonials, because the pictures speak 1,000 words.
Absolutely. Well, results speak a million words, let me tell you, because both of those guys are just doing outstanding now today.
Wow, that's fabulous. And then you had a third horse, Heidi, that you used Renovo on as well, correct?
We basically injected Heidi's hocks with it, and well, actually, the better result there would be Tex. Tex, we ended up injecting his hocks. We were doing it about every quarter, every 3 to 4 months previously, and the first time we did it, I think we went almost 2 years between injections.
Wow.
Of his hocks. So
wow,
yeah, that's kind of that in itself was a huge money saver. Of course, the upfront costs of injecting Renovo was more than injecting HA, but the long run, we weren't there doing it every quarter again and again and again, and it's pretty. Yeah. Absolutely, we do it again if we need to.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yes, if you stretch it out over those 2 years and weigh out all the resources of going back and forth and getting injections, that's
absolutely
like a win-win.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Lee,
it's all about saving every dollar on the
that's
ranch.
Right. So. That's right. So Lee, for the people who have not yet tried Renovo or heard about Renovo, what would you say to them?
Yeah, wow, this is a really easy one. If I had one shot of anything, and I would absolutely use Renovo. I mean, if I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I only had one shot at like trying surgery or spending money on anything else or stem cell or whatever else is out there, I personally would spend my money on Renovo and feel really, really good about it.
Wow.
So.
Well, that is a fabulous endorsement. That truly means a lot to us. We're just thrilled by our satisfied customers. We're thank you that you're one of them, and we really appreciate you taking the time to share your stories today.
Yeah, I'm very, very glad for the opportunity to share the story. And I think the best endorsement is from our own vet, who said that it's this ought to be your motto. it's a chronic, or I'm sorry, it was a permanent fix for a chronic issue.
We love that.
That ought to be the Renovo
I vote for that
motto.
as our tagline.
Exactly.
Well, thank you again, Lee. We appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll check back with you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you.